Alright, what is going on YouTube? This is your boy PXG Cash Hour coming at you with week 9? 8. 8 or 9? Week 9. Yes, week 9 of the league. Now, ironically, I just found out that this league actually has a name. So we can stop referring to this league as the league, because it's been brought to my attention that this league actually, like I said, has a name, and it is called the Champions League. So, goodbye intro of me saying welcome to the X week of the league, and now you could say welcome to week 9 of the Champions League. Now, this week, like I said, is the first battle of the second half of the league. I'll be battling Rachel, our sole female representative in the league, and actually a really good friend of mine and of the stream. Rachel, being a big supporter of ours, actually stood up all 24 hours when I did a 24-hour stream back around Halloween time. She was there for every single step, did not go to sleep until your boy actually went to sleep, so much love to her. She knows she has a big spot in my heart right here for that. But that's that, and this is now, business time. I've never actually battled Rachel ever, so I don't know what Rachel's battle style is. Like I said, I had no idea she even battled, so when I heard she was going to be in the league, I was like, maybe we got a surprise on our sleeves, from her. Now, going into this battle, out of her 6 pokes that she has, I kind of predicted seeing 4 of them that are here. One of them was kind of like a wasn't really expecting it in the form of Mesprit. The Ampa Bomb, I had no idea she even had, because as of 2 days ago, she didn't have it. So she must have traded or used one of her drops to obtain it at some point from Friday when I last did my review for the team, and coming today to Sunday when the actual battle started. So it kind of threw me for a loop, but not as much when it came to team building wise anyway, but it does add more speed on her side, which is probably one of the big factors going into this match, that most of her pokes really outspeed mine. So Rachel brings her Arcanine, her Gudra, the Ampa Bomb, as I said, the new addition to her team, some point between those 2 days, her Mega Venusaur, Manectric hiding out behind Venusaur's leaves, and Mesprit. So going into this, you guys already know, you gotta bring in the squad. They're slightly modified from usual, not much in terms of difference for Miltank, outside of the fact that Miltank is not supporting another attacking move, or Heal Bell this time supporting running Thunder Wave. Because, like I said, so her team can really outspeed mine. I want to make sure that I control some of that to bring it into my favor. Nidoking running your typical set that he usually runs. This time I'm sporting the blue Nidoking as opposed to the typical purple one I've been bringing all along. Zapdos is back with his week 1 variant as usual. Suicune being Suicune. Victini, I brought in the special attacking set this time around because I realized that most of the pokes I want to kill on this team that are big threats, they do suffer, especially defensive, outside of Venusaur, who could be both, but at least I know I'm going to hit hard regardless. So let's see how we did it in week 9 of the Champions League, where I go up against Rachel. So Rachel leading off with Magical, her shiny Mesprit. I lead off with the boy, Victini. So I quickly go in and Blue Flare, going straight for the staff and want to see how much damage it would actually do anyway. Did a considerable amount, and she outright Thunder Waves me, which would be a big damper considering how I don't want to risk the paralysis, and now I don't want to be outsped. Victini being one of the few pokes on my team with high speed, the other one being Miltank, and Zapdos, I believe. The 3 of them sporting 100 speed each. So I go into Zapdos, and there goes the rocks. And as usual, Zapdos' primary role on my team is to remove said rocks, because we don't want them out here. And I also noticed that, like I said, She does not have any way to remove it. Her only possible method is if this carries taunt or if it carries magic bounce. Not magic bounce. The move variant of magic cone, I believe it is. So that way she can bounce it back on my side. But if I can get rocks up, she'll be in big trouble. Even though not many things on her team actually are weak to it. So she recalls her Mesper, goes into Samus the Manetric. I go for the discharge, accidentally triggering her lightning rod, raising her special attack, which is something I don't want to do, because that doge actually hits hard. So I can, from experience, this thing's probably going to carry it, hidden power ice, go into Miltank. Miltank, while not really being a good special wall, her ability of thick fat can half in fire and ice moves. So it'll be good for me here. Plus, on the outset, I can also go and throw out rocks, which I can do safely now, considering she swaps out and goes into escargot her Agrupa. This being one of the biggest threats to my team from the matchups, because I gotta make sure this goes away. Who just sporting a huge bulk and special attack stat. So outright, like I said, make sure most of the threats are isolated, so I go quickly for the Thunder Wave. She goes straight for the Ice Beam, and like I said before, I take half damage from Ice Move, so it's not going to do much to me. The only fear I can possibly fear from is getting frozen by it. So I go straight for the Body Slam. Gudra does not support enough physical bulk unless she herself pieces. Her ability Gooey lowers my speed, but I believe it'll take about 2 Body Slams, or 2 Gooey activations before I think, actually, because she's paralyzed, it might take up to 3 for me to be slower than Gudra. I just keep going right for it. Look at all the damage I'm doing straight off the Body Slam. Gooey, of course, keeps activating, and my speed continually drops. She got paralyzed. Good for me, less damage I gotta take or worry about getting frozen. So she recalls escargot and is gonna go into Big Bertha the Venusaur. Bertha. Nice shiny female Venusaur, takes some damage from the rocks. I go for the Body Slam. I was trying to kill the Gudra, but we get the paralysis on the Venusaur, which is very good. At this point, I believe the only 2 things on her team right now that can, or she still has 3 pokes at this point, it can still outspeed me. But this is good for me. Now I predict that she was gonna go, well, either for 2 stabs, grass or poison. I know for a fact Nidoking can take, so that's why I brought Nidoking in. Even though it doesn't have the greatest of special defenses. She goes for Sludge Bomb. I, of course, can really take that hit. And not worry about getting poison either. Now, can she do the same? I highly doubt it because she ran away. Goes back into her Mesprit. Takes some damage from the rocks. I'm gonna Sludge Wave it in the face. Now, just based off of how much damage that did alone, is probably and with the amount of health it has, I could have, you know, swapped out, but I said just go straight for the kill. Supposed to let something else take random free damage, and Magical goes down, Vesper is down, we're at a 6-5 currently. It goes for Cash Money, the Ampa Bomb. Don't know why it's named after me, as Pancham is my mascot. Maybe because it's the first thing that came to her mind, which is that Fake Out did way too much damage. Probably because it's Life Orb, it's Stab. I don't want to see it. I don't want to take it again. I go into Suicune, who can take physical hits. Activating Pressure. She goes for Knockoff, which is really good on her part, and it was a crit. It gets rid of my leftovers, so now I have no way of healing outside of actually resting. So I went for Calm Mind, and she went for the swap, which is good for me, because I can get that free setup. Which I would probably need, considering I don't think I'd be able to live a move from Manetric. So she goes for Thunderbolt. We live on 1 HP. I go for the Ice Beam, praying that hopefully I can kill it, freeze it, something, but it was not enough. For probably the first time in the league, Suicune is the first Pokemon that goes down. It shall be avenged. We're sitting at a 5-5 scenario. I go into Zapdos. As we noticed, this thing carries hidden power ice. I don't know why she's swapped. Go to test cargo the Goodra. Probably knows that my 2 attacking moves ain't gonna do much to it. She takes damage from rocks. I go for the Heat Wave and it misses. Gotta have to, you know, gotta balance good in the bad RNG. I go for the Heat Wave. It does nothing. She goes for the Ice Beam. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a frozen Zapdos. I don't know why it's still in the air. It's better for me, that way it doesn't fall and get shattered. You know I'm not staying in. So I go back into Miltank. Like I said, Miltank can take those Ice Beam hits. Hopefully she doesn't get frozen. That'd be a bad no-no. But Miltank, you know, after taking a week off to make us that money, she's back. She's putting in that work. Go for the Body Slam. Gooey does activate, but we do knock out the big threat in Goodra. Goodra's down. So we're at a 5-4 situation. And remember, we have Venusaur paralyzed in the back. Goes into Lupin the Arcanine. Now this is another speedy threat that could be a game changer, so you know we want to paralyze this thing. Goes for the Wild Charge. Doesn't do much because, as we know, we're physically bulky. It takes the recoil from the Wild Charge, and I paralyze it with Thunder Wave. But that's, like I said, gotta isolate them threats. I recover using my leftovers. Go straight for the Milk Drink because just in case it does get a hit in, I actually want to live it, no matter what it is. Nice and full HP. She goes for the Willow and misses, which is good for us. We can go for a Body Slam and not worry about our attack stat being halved. And it's paralyzed. You know we're doing it again. Gotta do it big up. Oh! Almost killed it. Here comes the Willow. As you know now, our Miltank's attack stat is halved. I could potentially heal here, but just to be on the safe side, I recall and we go into Altaria. Because whether they're Blitz as we see now or Wild Charge, Altaria can take the hit because it resists it. Lupin almost killing itself with the recoil. So as per the rules, I Mega my Altaria. Now instead of setting up, I quickly used... Well, I didn't get hit, he goes for the extreme speed. Does a little bit of damage. I go straight for the Heal Bell because we just have to. Altaria being our cleric. Miltank's burn is gone. Zapdos is unfrozen. Victini is no longer paralyzed. The big boys are back to play. This was a misclick on my part. I went to go hit Roost. I hit Dragon Dance instead. So now if she does land the extreme speed, which she does, had she not, I probably would have been able to start sweeping. Altaria goes down and we are down to a 4-3. No, to a 4-4. My mistake. Arcanine is still paralyzed. I go straight out for the Psychic. No need to get all fancy. And Arcanine goes down. So we're at a 4-3. Here comes Cash Money again. It's probably gonna fake out. I don't want to be in there for the fake out because it would actually hurt me really badly. Now going to Miltank, since we no longer have Suicune, Miltank can take a physical hit. Go straight for the knockoff. We eat it up, but we no longer have our leftovers, which is fine. She goes for the double hit. Because the skill link, I'm not sure if it's skill link or technician, but Life Orb. And I believe with that enough drop, I think Body Slam will kill it. And Cash Money goes down. For now, 4-2. Out comes our Big Bertha. Takes damage from the rocks. Go straight for the milk drink just to recover the HP. We don't want another incident like Altaria at this point, especially now that I no longer have leftovers. She goes for the Giga Drain. It is stab. It is going to do a lot because I don't resist grass. I go for the body slam because why not? Let's assert some dominance. It is paralyzed, so my ballsy fight paid off. Not even going to say that was good. It was just assert dominance. So we call out, bring out Victini. She goes for the Giga. I do resist it because of my fire typing. And now at this point, she decided, I guess, just to let it happen, go straight for the Psychic, and we are able to actually kill Big Bertha, the Venusaur, which now we're at a good 4-1. Out comes our Samus, who will take damage outright from the rocks. Now Samus does outspeed. Go straight to the Thunderbolt. We do get paralyzed again, but Victini clenches it out for us. Go straight for the Psychic, knocking out Samus the Manectric, and it was a crit. Crit did not matter there. Manectric goes down, and as we say, and there goes the battle! So that puts us at a what, 4-5? So we're coming back from that big losing streak that we had previously. As of from week 1, you know, the last battle of week 1, we were able to get a win also. You know, like I said, I love Rachel. This is not in any shape or form personal. It's just we have to get the win at any cost. So that's why we went through get all those paralysis in. Like I said, her team did really destroy mine speed wise. Actually, wait. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4-5. Yeah, we're at a 4-5. Her team really did outspeed mine in the matchup screen. Like I said, had to make sure most of the threats were eliminated. I think the one thing that she had compared to mine that wouldn't have mattered in terms of speed. Actually, the one thing I was curious enough that she did not bring for the battle was her Talonflame, because she had a Talonflame, she had a Melodic, she had an Espeon. Pokes that Talonflame alone would have probably posed a big threat, because no matter if I paralyzed it or not, the Brave Bird would have started probably sniping my pokes left and right. Espeon, without having to do anything, would have reflected rocks whenever she predicted me to do so. And Melodic being almost probably like Suicune's doppelganger in terms of absorbing hits, would have probably brought in some help, but it is what it is. We got a nice 4-0. Next week, we play, I believe, this time for the first time since week 3, fighting someone I don't even know in terms of Bobby, which will be an interesting match. So, until then, this has been Cash Howard, bringing you week 9 of the Champions League, formerly known as The League. I will be seeing you guys soon. And as usual, thanks for watching. Bye.